Shalom, shalom. Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakach Wadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true leaders of Israel. And also I'm going to say shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, the men that's out there on the highways and byways, making their bodies living sacrifice week in and week out. And the men that's pushing these lessons on the way to YouTube. And also I'm going to say shalom to the 1/3 of Israel, the men, women, and children that's listening in truth and sincerity. And that's also part of the elect. And all right, so today is July 4th, 2019, so-called Independence Day, July 4th. So I'm on Wikipedia, and I'm going to read this short paragraph, that briefly talks about Independence Day. And then I'm going to pull a few scriptures, and Lord willing, this video will be edifying. All right, the 4th of July is a federal holiday in the United States, commemorating the Declaration of Independence of the United States on July 4th, 1776. All right, and July 4th, 1776, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we was under heavy bondage. All right, the Continental Congress declared that the 13 American colonies were no longer subject and subordinate to the monarch of Britain and were now united, free, and independent states. The Congress had voted to secede 2 days earlier on July 2nd, but it was not declared until July 4th. All right, and I went to Google and I looked up the word independence. All right, and this is definition: the fact or state of being independent. All right, and here's some synonyms: self-government, independent, self-rule, freedom, self-sufficient, individualism. All right, and that's clearly that's talking about Esau, Edom. All right, because Job 9:24 tells you that the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. All right, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we not self-rule, we not free, we not self-sufficient. All right, because the scriptures in Deuteronomy tell you that we will go to our enemies for the one of all things. All right, so so we don't own these grocery stores. We don't own these banks. All right, we every time we need something, we go to our oppressors. All right, when we got to get clothes on our when we got to get it clothes, we go into our oppressor. All right, when we have to pay these bills, we have to get water, we go into the so-called white man. All right, we don't own none of these things. All right. All right, so I'm going to pull a few scriptures, and Lord willing, this video will be edifying. This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. All right, so you people that's on July 4th, all right, if you want to believe it or not, you envying your oppressor because, your oppressor is the one, that gave you July 4th. All right, they the one tells you to go out and buy fireworks and celebrate, July 4th. All right, you people out there barbecuing as we speak, you got you grilling up some pork chops, pork sausages. All right, you setting fireworks. You following the ways of your oppressor. All right, and it says, and choose none of his ways. And what's his ways? Which one of his ways? You celebrating July 4th. All right, you celebrating Christmas, you celebrating birthdays, all right, because none of these things are in the scriptures. The Lord didn't tell us to celebrate July 4th, all right? So I'm going to stay in Proverbs. I'm going to get Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 17. Let not thy heart envy sinners. All right. So who's the sinner that this is talking about? The sinners is talking about the Israelites. These the 2/3. All right, because only the Israelites was given the law. All right, the law wasn't given to the so-called white man. It wasn't given to the so-called Chinese man. It wasn't given to the so-called African. All right, it was given to the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We under the law. All right, and it says, "But be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long." All right, because we supposed to fear the Lord. All right, and if we fear the Lord, you know, the fear of the Lord is, to keep the commandments. That's how you fear the Lord. All right, so if you fear the Lord, you wouldn't be saying, you wouldn't be out here celebrating July 4th. You wouldn't be out here follow the ways of these heathens. You wearing your red, white, and blue flag today. All right, you eating pork, you eating shrimp, crab, lobster. All right, if you fear the Lord, you wouldn't be doing these things. All right, you wouldn't be celebrating these pagan holidays. And holidays, that means holy days. All right, and July 4th is not a holy day. All right, because you wearing that American flag, and that represents slavery. That represents racism. Because the so-called white man came over here and raped, robbed, and murdered this land from the Native Americans, the Reuben, the Issachar. All right, so this is stolen land that the so-called white man is saying that's his. This is stolen. This land doesn't belong to him. Ultimately it belongs to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Let me get Second Esdras, chapter 7 and verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. All right, because just like I was saying before, the law was given to the Israelites, these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, so if you're not gonna follow the law, the Lord gonna ultimately, that word perish means die. All right, because if you just say you're not following the dietary law, all right, because we're not supposed to eat pork, pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, catfish, shellfish. None of these things we're not supposed to be eating. All right, so if you eating these things, that's gonna cause high blood pressure. All right, that's gonna cause cancer. All right, you defiling your body. You smoking. That's gonna lead you to death. All right, and that's why you following the law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's wisdom. All right, and that's how you show that you love the Heavenly Father. All right, but if you don't want to follow His laws, all right, then you're gonna perish. All right. This is Mark chapter 7. And I'll just start with 8. For laying aside the commandment of the Most High, ye hold the traditions of men. And what are some traditions of men? You celebrating July 4th. You celebrating your birthday. You celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas, St. Patty's Day. All these are the traditions of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do. Verse 9. And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandments of the Most High. All right, because that's what our people are doing today. They're rejecting the commandments of the Most High. All right, you got Israelites out there that know that celebrating July 4th is going off. They know that that's wicked, but they still doing it anyway. All right, you got Israelites out there that know celebrating your birthday, that's wicked. But what they do anyway, they celebrate their birthday. All right, and Second Ezra 7:20 just said, many will perish in this life because of that. All right, and I'm gonna keep reading. That ye may keep your own traditions. All right, because our people, they don't want to follow the law, statute, commandments. They don't want to celebrate, because the Lord set up our own holidays. All right, but our people don't want to celebrate those holidays. They want to put that aside and celebrate the traditions of men. All right, and for that, that's why you're gonna get put to death. All right, and that's why we're in this position that we are right now, because ultimately it was preordained by the Lord. But 2/3 of our people, that's why they gotta die. That's why they gotta get those missiles. All right, because they don't want to get right. All right, so we get Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse Deuteronomy 5 and 32. Ye shall observe to do therefore as the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, your power hath commanded you. Ye shall not turn aside to the right hand or to the left hand. All right. So I'm read that one more time. Ye shall observe to do therefore as the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, your power has commanded you. And what he commanded us to do, follow these laws, statutes, commandments. He didn't command us to be out here popping fireworks, rocking red, white, and blue, eating your pork sausages. All right, the Lord didn't command us to do that. All right, and that's how July 4th is wicked, because there was just an earthquake today over in California. All right, and that earthquake is to show you that judgment is coming to this place. All right, because that that earthquake could have happened yesterday. It could have happened tomorrow. It could have happened next week. But it decided to happen right here on July 4th. All right, and that's a sign from the Lord. All right, but our people, they don't consider that. All right, so that was it on this lesson. It was just a short lesson, getting into the topic of July 4th. And the Israelites, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you shouldn't be celebrating July 4th, all right? Because the Lord, he can judge you, today. You could be driving back from your cousin's house and you get in a car accident. All right, you could be smoking your blunt and get put to death. All right, because the Lord is on his way back. All right, and we seeing signs of that today with the earthquake in California. All right, you got rumors of wars. You turn on the news, you see Iran, you see China, you see Russia. Because judgment is coming to this place. All right. All right, so that was it on this lesson, and Lord willing, the video was edifying. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory that's due to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true leaders of Israel, and Shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, along with the 1/3 men, women, and children that's part of this elect. To the next lesson, I'm going to say Shalom.